across continents, linking global hubs like Dubai, New York, Hong Kong and Los Angeles with remarkable reliability. Airlines have long trusted the aircraft because it offers enormous power, strong cargo capability, and the ability to operate long routes without difficulty. But aviation technology never stands still, and today the 777-300ER faces a powerful challenger. Airbus introduced the A350 as a newer, lighter and more efficient wide-body aircraft designed to compete directly with Boeing's long-haul flagship. So in this video we take a look at the Boeing 777-300ER and the Airbus A350, comparing their range, performance and operational strengths to understand which aircraft truly goes farther and why airlines continue to choose between them. To understand the comparison, we should begin with the Boeing 777-300ER itself. In many ways, the aircraft can be thought of as the aviation equivalent of a large and powerful vehicle. When the throttles go forward, it surges off the runway almost effortlessly, and once the gear is up, it climbs with quiet, abundant power. The long-range version of the 777 family was specifically designed to carry large numbers of passengers over extremely long distances. The Boeing 777-300ER typically seats around 392 passengers in a two-class configuration. It has a range of about 7,370 nautical miles, or roughly 13,649 kilometers. The aircraft measures 73.9 meters in length, which is about 242 feet and 4 inches, and it has a wingspan of 64.8 meters, or 212 feet and 7 inches. Power comes from the enormous GE90-115B engines, some of the largest turbofan engines ever installed on a commercial aircraft. As the largest twin-engine jetliner in Boeing's lineup at the time of its introduction, the aircraft was built for long-haul travel. Its range allows airlines to connect cities like New York and Hong Kong, or Dubai and Los Angeles, without approaching the limits of the aircraft's endurance. In many cases, the aircraft could theoretically continue flying longer, but crew duty limits rather than fuel capacity become the factor that determines when the flight must land. The Boeing 777-300ER became incredibly popular with airlines because it offered a powerful combination of range, passenger capacity, and cargo capability. Carriers operating long-haul routes often prefer aircraft that can carry both passengers and freight efficiently. But while the Boeing 777-300ER established itself as a dominant long-haul aircraft, Airbus eventually introduced a competitor built around a different philosophy. The Airbus A350 focuses on lighter materials, modern aerodynamics, and advanced engines to improve efficiency and extend range. In terms of raw range, the Airbus A350-900 clearly outperforms the Boeing 777-300ER. The aircraft can travel about 8,500 nautical miles, which equals approximately 15,750 kilometers. It typically carries between 330 and 350 passengers in a three-class configuration, although the maximum seating capacity can reach around 440 passengers. The aircraft measures about 219 feet and 2 inches in length, or 66.8 meters, with a wingspan of 212 feet and 5 inches. The aircraft cruises at approximately Mach 0.85 and stands 55 feet and 11 inches tall. Much of the A350's performance advantage comes from its modern design. The aircraft uses a large amount of carbon fiber composite materials in its structure, which significantly reduces weight compared with traditional aluminium airframes. Combined with the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB engines, the aircraft achieves excellent fuel efficiency while maintaining impressive performance. Pilots also noticed the difference inside the cockpit. Airbus designed the A350 with a refined digital flight deck that reflects decades of avionics development. The cockpit layout is clean and highly intuitive, and the aircraft uses side-stick controls rather than a traditional control column. Instead of physically steering the aircraft, pilots guide it with small fingertip movements, while flight computers continuously maintain stability and efficiency. Once airborne, the aircraft climbs quickly and settles into cruise at high altitude. Because the engines consume fuel efficiently and the airframe is lighter, the aircraft can remain high and fast for much of the journey while maintaining strong fuel economy. The Airbus A350 also offers a specialized variant designed specifically for ultra-long-haul routes. Singapore Airlines operates the A350-900 ULR or ultra-long-range version on its famous non-stop flight between Singapore and New York. This aircraft can travel approximately 9,700 nautical miles or about 17,964 kilometers on a single flight. To achieve that range, Airbus modified the standard A350-900 by increasing the aircraft's fuel capacity by roughly one-third. Curiously, the aircraft uses the same engines, wings and flight deck as the standard version. From the outside, it looks almost identical to other A350 aircraft. However, the additional fuel weight means the aircraft climbs more gradually after takeoff. On ultra-long flights, the aircraft may travel across both the Arctic and Pacific regions before finally descending almost an entire day later. Because of the enormous range, pilots can sometimes choose different routes depending on jet stream conditions, flying either eastbound or westbound around the globe. One trade-off of the ultra-long-range configuration is passenger capacity. Singapore Airlines configured its aircraft with fewer than 170 seats to maximize range. By comparison, the standard A350-900 often carries around 300 passengers. Airbus has also proposed an A350-1000 ULR concept that could offer similar ultra-long endurance while carrying more passengers. Airlines such as Qantas are planning to use an extended-range A350 variant for extremely long non-stop flights between Australia and cities like London and New York as part of the airline's Project Sunrise program. While Airbus focuses on efficiency and range, some airlines still strongly prefer the Boeing 777-300ER. Emirates is one of the largest operators of the aircraft in the world and relies heavily on it to operate its global network from Dubai. The airline's network strategy requires aircraft capable of carrying large numbers of passengers while still offering flexibility. The Boeing 777-300ER can transport nearly 400 passengers along with significant cargo. At the same time, it can operate at almost any long-haul airport without requiring the special gates and infrastructure needed for the much larger Airbus A380. Dubai's extremely hot climate also plays a role in aircraft selection. During summer afternoons, high temperatures reduce air density, making it harder for aircraft to generate lift. The powerful GE90 engines on the Boeing 777-300ER help overcome these conditions. Even in intense heat, the aircraft can depart with full fuel loads and fly non-stop to destinations such as Los Angeles or Sydney. Fleet commonality also benefits Emirates. With roughly 140 Boeing 777 aircraft across different variants, the airline can standardize training, maintenance and spare parts inventories across its fleet. Pilots and engineers can move between aircraft without major retraining, helping reduce operating costs. The aircraft also offers impressive reliability. Dispatch reliability rates average around 99%, meaning the aircraft almost always departs as scheduled. For airlines operating massive international networks, that reliability is extremely valuable. When the Boeing 777-300ER first entered service in the early 2000s, it quickly became the long-haul aircraft of choice for airlines around the world. Between 2004 and 2019, the variant accumulated nearly 900 firm orders from approximately 50 customers. The aircraft enjoyed a long production run and faced little direct competition until the Airbus A350 entered service more than a decade later. Airbus certified the A350-900 in 2014 and the larger A350-1000 in 2017. Since then, the aircraft family has accumulated more than 700 deliveries and a total backlog exceeding 1,500 aircraft. Production is expected to continue well into the 2030s. Looking ahead, Boeing plans to introduce the next generation of the 777 family known as the 777X. This new aircraft is designed to replace the 777-300ER while competing directly with the Airbus A350. When it comes to pure range, the Airbus A350 clearly holds the advantage, but for airlines that prioritise power, capacity and proven reliability, the Boeing 777-300ER continues to be an essential aircraft in global aviation. What do you think? Do you believe the Airbus A350 has truly surpassed the legendary Boeing 777-300ER, or does the 777 still hold its place as the king of long-haul flying? Let us know by leaving a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more aviation content. See you next time. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles and a podcast every week. Visit simpleflying.com.